Whiteboard Game, the boys talk about their favourite albums of all time.
Whiteboard Game. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Whiteboard Game podcast. This is episode 6, I do believe, of season 2. We are ready to battle it out to see who is more knowledgeable in music, who's a better music man.
Who's better, generally.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when we come to the end of it, we'll know who's better.
Yeah.
So
it does affect things like career prospect and credit score, depending on who wins each one.
Yeah, I mean, I put this on my CV.
Yes.
Just so that they can see how many I win.
Whenever I do an interview, I play them one whole episode. The ones I've won, obviously. By that time, they have fallen asleep. But I take that as a statement of the fact they feel very comfortable in my presence. So.
Yeah, you are applying for a job in ASMR after all.
Yes,
so
of course.
it would make sense. Yeah, no, we're back. We're back with some more whiteboard gaming. I have nothing more to say other than how you doing.
I am suffering, is how I'm doing.
Oh,
it's
I'm sorry to hear that.
For context, the Whiteboard Game and the Idiot Twin Gentlemen are London-based. If you're not familiar with London, perhaps, you may well be listening and not even be familiar with England. That's fine. Good for you, if anything. London, in particular, has a knack for, in the summer months, really holding on to heat. So when the UK does experience a heat wave, I think England's capital makes it especially unbearable. I want to say that today we're hitting low 30s, or at the very least high 20s. I have not slept properly this week over any night. I don't feel good, man. Hay fever, all-time high. I never sneezed so much. Yeah, I mean, look, it's bright, it's colourful. I like that perspective of this time of year. Got a gentleman chopping down a tree over there. You might get some ghosting.
Yeah, he's been a bit annoying. We've had to close a window because he's being too loud.
If one of us suddenly stops talking, it's because one of us has passed out due to lack of aeration. But yeah, look, it's just very hot. That's my main update. It's very hot for me. I am half foreign, so I should be able to hack it, but I just can't. I don't know why. I just can't do it.
It is too hot. It's, well, I suppose the heat you might experience in another country is different from the heat you experience here. It's very close here.
It is very close. I will also say that, if I talk about, the homeland, so summer in Cyprus or hot in Cyprus, everywhere's air conditioned because they know it's going to get hot. We haven't quite accepted climate change in England yet, or the fact that it can get warm in the summer. So nowhere's air conditioned.
Yeah. We're always trying to cut prices where we can, and one of them is we have to just suffer in the heat. My hands are so clammy.
There you go.
But yeah, no, it is too hot. I manage better with weather than you do. I sleep downstairs as well, which is nice. It means
that is helpful.
That it's something you don't. Well, of course, heat rises, but it's something you don't really consider because I think my family aren't sleeping too great at the moment. But I'm chilling downstairs.
How are you?
Just calm. Oh, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. I'm really enjoying not overheating when I'm sleeping, and getting full nights of sleep. Sorry, I'll stop rubbing you.
And now I hope you lose badly. You won't. You can tell you that in advance. You won't.
Yeah. In terms of gigs, I think by the time you're listening to this, we will have done the ones in July, which we don't know how they've gone yet because we haven't done them.
I presume amazingly.
Yeah, they're best gigs we've done.
Yes,
absolutely.
Ever.
But this will be out in time for you to come to a gig we have in August.
On the 17th?
At the Spice of Life. Our favourite place to play.
Not even a joke. Not even a joke.
They keep having us back. and we keep asking, and perhaps they're too polite to say no. But we will keep coming back. So please do join us for that. It's a lovely space. We will play songs that we have definitely played before, and maybe some we haven't. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, you say that.
See
There's
what
a chance.
happens.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get back to the game. This game is now I don't suppose you remember 3 months ago when we did.
Does anyone remember 3 months ago? Really?
When we did a game where we just talked about music we like, can be anything, and that was a altered game. Instead, we would usually do our favorite albums game, but we did a game like that because it helps shine light on songs that maybe aren't from albums, maybe songs that we really like but are on albums we don't like as much, so they're not some of our favorite albums. But we have come back to the favorite albums game, and we are going to discuss our favorite albums. If you couldn't tell, just thought I'd insult your intelligence a bit there. So if you're unfamiliar, which you shouldn't be, we guess the artist, the name of the song, the genre, and the years. We have a bit of leniency with the years and the genre. And it being a favourite albums game, we have a fifth category, which will be the ranking of the album.
Yeah.
From 1 to 200, there will be, I'd say, what are we saying, 7 or 10 sort of.
Oh, what do we normally do?
I think we've said 7 before, but...
What, so 7 either side?
Yeah.
Well, then let's stick to that.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
If it's been 10 before, today we're feeling extra cruel.
We're feeling extra confident. We think we can, nail them.
Okay, well, maybe one of us is feeling extra confident.
I've guessed. All of them are guesses.
Yeah.
Even the artists for most of them.
Even. Listen to this guy, even.
But anyways, shall we get into it?
Absolutely, we should.
Okay. I think I'm guessing first.
Okay, you are guessing first. Cool.
All right, remind myself of your extracts. Yeah, we had the window open when we were guessing, so we had to have the extracts all the way up because the noise from outside is unbearably loud. Your first one, I think it was the one which I struggled with the most.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I had very little foundation from which to build an answer from. So the artist, take it all with a pinch of salt. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought this could be an artist you love, that it's like a sort of like a subtler track that you've used.
Okay.
But I thought the vocals, I couldn't attribute them to any artist you love. I was thinking it might be like a weird Peter Gabriel sort of song. And
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
There is a lot of weird Peter Gabriel.
Absolutely there is. But it didn't sound like his voice. Maybe he has someone else singing on it, but I thought, I'm not too sure. The voice reminded me more of Woo.
Woo!
And I just wanted to chuck Woo in. I wasn't confident with any artist there.
Yeah.
Wasn't confident with any artist, so I thought I'll just chuck in Woo. It can be a nice sort of shoe-in. There's an album of theirs that you introduced to me called Into the Heart of Love.
Yes.
Which I think is a very nice album. Very fun, very chill.
Very chill. Very chill. The thing I love about Woo is they're already quite obscure, but I discovered them through equally, if not more obscure means when I stumbled upon an album by the name of Songs Before Bed, is what it's called, I think. I'm not misremembering that. By Pudding Club. And then when I went on the Rate Your Music page, someone had written, reminds me of Woo. I was like, who are you? Reminds me of Woo. As if we're all going to go, oh yeah, reminds me of Woo too. And so I looked into that and then I listened to that one. Yeah, that's pretty good too. It's not Woo, I'm afraid. This is...
Oh, okay. Tell me and I can change my answer. The title is Earth. What I've guessed. Jumping the gun there.
Oh, well, sorry.
I said ambient. I didn't really know what else. 1984. 162 is the position that I guessed.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I'm going to give you 2 points.
Oh, wow.
Starting off with a solid 2. The most consistent score between either of us, I think. This is a chap. It's one chap called Ron Berry. That's his name. This track was called Genesis. I tried to give you the track off this album that I thought would be the easiest title to guess, but none of them are that easy. So 1988. I put progressive electronic. I'll give you ambient as well.
Oh, thank you.
Ranked at 191st in my top 200 off an album called The Reaper. I wasn't expecting to enjoy this one as much as I did. Interesting album cover and recommended by a channel I trust because he just recommends... It's another one of these YouTube things that just recommends random electronic albums. I thought, give it a go. It's actually really good. It's really good. The main reason why I think it's so good is you get into the first half is the first track especially is quite, what you would expect if you heard someone describe something as progressive electronic. First track is kind of what you would expect, right? Or as you have coined, symphonic synth, right? That kind of thing. But really well made and really catchy. But then you get into the second half especially, and Mr. Berry, with the synths he's got in his home studio, whatever, just goes nuts. Just every sound that you can think of a synth making, he does that and then he discovers more as well. It just gets so weird, and it's like you're walking through a broken down factory at points kind of thing. And the fact that he's willing to take all those risks is why I like this so much. It's a very fun album. I think this is called Genesis because what I presume he is saying is bits from the book of throughout this must be 15-minute track.
Wow.
It's about a 50-minute album. They're all about 15, 20 minutes long. 4 tracks. Yeah, look, it's very good. If anyone out there wants obscure electronic music recommendations, I'd put this one quite highly. It surprised me how much I enjoyed it. And I do come back to it, particularly for that opening track, because it is just most middle of the road, like least experimental, but probably the most fun. I didn't give it to you because I never thought you'd guess the title of it, because I don't even know what it means myself. NAND gates, a fistful of NAND gates. I don't know what a NAND gate is, but someone summarized the opening track quite well. I saw someone say it's like progressive synth combined with like a Western soundtrack. It's fun. It's quite
interesting.
Fun. It's a good listen. I would recommend it. I imagine electronic people out there who make their own electronic music could listen to this and go, oh, that's interesting what he's doing. So it's from that perspective, it's a good listen as well. 2 points. Let's keep it moving.
Cool. Yeah, I looked on Rate Your Music and it said genre-wise Berlin School was eligible, and I thought the only gauge I have for that is like Brian Eno, David Bowie, Berlin collaborations.
Yeah.
So if it's similar to that, and it did remind me a little bit of the stuff on the second half of Low. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. From that perspective, second half of Low, that is fair. I didn't immediately think of Berlin School, but yeah, no, that's fair. Your first one, I'm typing out because, as we know, to this day, I don't know why I don't copy and paste it. I've just fallen into a routine.
there's only one way to start.
There is only one way to start, and it's slowly.
Do it.
So, I did have a brain moment with this because I thought, well, this is weird. Maybe because was it the last game you used Lil Ugly Mane? And I thought, you've Lil Ugly Maned me here. But then I had my brain moment and I went, this is Kendrick, I think. I couldn't remember which track it was though, and that's really upset me. So I put I. Oh, okay, is it you? Is that what you
I'm not
laughed?
telling you what it is.
Okay, you chuckled. 2015? I can't remember exactly when, as music heads call it, T-Pab came out, because they can't be bothered to say the full title of it. I think this is off T-Pab, To Pimp a Butterfly, for those that are not indoctrinated.
I was going to say, even you can't be asked to say the full title of it.
To Pimp a Butterfly, I can be To Pimp a Butterfly, because I like the album a lot, which is even more disappointing that I can't remember which track it is.
It's a nice name. You might as well say it out loud, you know?
Yeah, To Pimp well, it's a name that kind of goes to show the poetry you're due for, right? Because it is poetry. I said experimental hip hop. This bit in particular gets a bit weird. I said conscious hip hop. I think that's the most Kendrick genre I can think of. Jazz rap as well, because he likes a bit of jazz throughout the album. I said 80th. I can't remember how much you rate it. I know you do, but I can't remember how highly you rate it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can have 3 points.
3 points,
Well
thank
done.
you.
Good start. It is pretty much as you said, your brainwave came through.
Thank you.
Because Kendrick Lamar was off of To Pimp a Butterfly. The extract I use sounds quite depressing, would you think? And there is a track off of that album that speaks a lot about, I feel, depression and sort of I don't know how to describe it.
Is it you?
It is you.
Oh, I got the letters wrong.
Yeah. Jazz rap experimental hip hop is what I put. 2015. It's moved up to number 29.
Whoa, crazy.
Now, I think there was a point where I had it that high. But it was from a point of... I think this was before I really sort of looked at the list and went, which ones do I really like, which ones do I not really like? I think I've always appreciated what this album is trying to do and the
importance
of it. The importance of it. I've always really appreciated. But in terms of liking it and liking what it's doing, I've never gelled with it and I've never connected with the album. And
That's
I'd like
Fantano trying to knock the door down, by the way.
And I'd like to proffer something I've been doing since the start of the year.
Chris, don't say that on the podcast.
I made a playlist of my top 100 albums.
Cool.
And just listened to it. Just thought I'll just shuffle it and just let whatever comes come. And you get to tracks where you go, well, I sort of recognise it, but I couldn't tell you which album it's off of, what the track is, and that's fun. But I think an even better thing is the fact that you're listening to all of the tracks almost sort of on their own, separate from the album. And I think if you can call it a drawback of the album, it's not really a drawback, it's just the fact that it has everything so well. It's the fact that all of the tracks are sort of big hitters.
They are.
Like they're ones that you really need to just appreciate on their own. And I think I'd only ever really listened to the tracks off of this album in one. So I'd never been able to appreciate what each track is doing separately. And listening to them separately allows you to do that. And so that's why I think I've connected with this album more. You know, songs like Institutionalized, I've never totally loved as much as I do now. Hood Politics as well. I think I'd liked tracks like How Much a Dollar Cost. All Right. I'd probably argue All Right is one of the best hip hop songs of all time.
I think I agree with you. I think hard to argue.
Complexion, I've always liked quite a bit too.
I am a for free and for sale guy. I love that duo.
They are good, yeah. And I think this is the track that has grown on me most since re-listening to it. I think it's one I've been able to connect with most because it does sort of feel like a track where he's sort of looking at all of the sort of most depressing things in his life and sort of, I guess, trying to make sense of them. A lot of what he is speaking about feels like the reaction of a lot of the people he knew from young, like growing up with, and what they've sort of seen of him turn into the world's most popular rapper. And so it's him sort of reflecting on, what people he used to be close to are sort of saying about him now, I feel. And there's points where I can never really gauge if he's sort of speaking from their perspective or what he thinks their perspective is, or he's sort of speaking from a point of, in like a very depressed sort of episode and sort of cogitating on all of these things that he thinks people are saying and almost believing them himself and, bringing him further into a depressive spiral. And I played you this specific extract. This is a bit in the middle where you get this very weird transitional
Housekeeping.
section, which I feel it sort of feels like the almost sort of like not come to terms with, but sort of outside world from a depressive episode, because you might be having the intro feels like it might be a bit of a depressive episode, and then you get taken out of that, and he uses that as you said, that sort of housekeeping sort of moment to sort of take you out of it. You know, I think it's quite clever. Very well done. That's just something you can say about the whole album. It's very well done, very clever.
Indeed.
It feels like every part that feels like it could have, you know, fallen and just sort of gone flat on its face from it trying too hard. It doesn't. It's all very tasteful.
Yes, completely.
And yeah, it's a great album. Quite long. But, important, and I do enjoy this track heavily. So there you go.
I think I want to say it's the first time we've had a Kendrick discussion on a recorded Whiteboard Game episode.
Maybe, yeah.
So maybe long overdue. If anyone out there thought, God, do these guys understand how good To Pimp a Butterfly is? They've never spoken about it. We do. It's just the nature of the game that we happen to believe that if we were to give each other a Kendrick Lamar extract, we'd both get it quite easily.
Yeah.
We do like him.
Yeah, we've had discussions about it before, so it's harder to rehash discussions as well. Like it'll be new for the people listening, but yeah.
I am on the Kendrick side, not the Drake side. I say that as if I really care. I don't. I'm not that into that thing. Hey Drake, I heard you. Yeah.
You're number 2.
Number 2.
I've heard you do that a few times, and I think, is that a reference?
It is.
Or are you just referencing Mambo number 5, but just for every extract?
I'm doing something similar to what you've just said. I will now think of Mambo number 5 as I do it, because that is a reference I prefer. But it's he's back on the tree again. There is someone cutting down a tree. You have already said that. It's that. Is it Pop Smoke? Is that the GTA guy when he's doing his big order and he goes, "I'll have a number 5," and it's just basically. I've never played San Andreas. I think that's what that's from.
Pop Smoke.
Oh, I said, why
he's
did I say
an
Pop
artist.
Smoke? He's an artist. Big Smoke. What's the guy's name?
I've never
Cut
played,
this out, man. I've embarrassed myself. Cut this out.
I've never played the GTA
I've never
games.
played them. I've never owned them. But there's a bit from San Andreas. Oh, maybe it's Big Smoke. There's a larger gentleman character, and there's a bit where he's putting in a very large fast food order. It just keeps going like 2 number 7s, a number 9 large, a double number 3, and so he keeps going number something. So that's what I think of whenever we say number. But now I will think of Mambo number 5 because I prefer that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is extract number 2.
It reminded me of it sounds like Paul Simon. I couldn't tell if it was a Paul Simon solo project or like a Simon and Garfunkel track. See, it felt like a Simon and Garfunkel track, but it didn't have the harmonies of a Simon and Garfunkel track.
No.
Like it has harmonies, but like I can't hear the Simon and Garfunkel harmonies. I can only hear the Paul Simon harmonies. I ended up just leaving it with Simon and Garfunkel.
You were wise to do that.
He says America a few times.
He does.
So I guess that was the name of it. I don't really know how to gauge those genres. I said I don't really think it's really chambery, but some sort of folk, sort of chamber folk, chamber pop. There's probably a specific Simon and Garfunkel genre that I'm sort of missing.
S&G folk.
Yeah. 1971, sort of around their years. And then 127. Random guess.
Yeah. 4 points.
Oh, thank you.
This is S&G. World's best music duo, second to Idiot Twin.
And Daft Punk.
And Ween. We could go on for quite a while. I mean, I'm very fond of the old S&G.
Yeah.
Particularly this album. This is America. 1968, I put chamber folk pop. I think folk pop's probably the most accurate.
Okay.
Now that I'm saying it out loud. It's 196th. It's called Bookends.
Okay.
That sounds like a bad ranking. I think it just gets to a point where you've listened to so much music, and every single time we do this game, I say the same thing. It starts to get slightly arbitrary because they're all good albums, and really, I could change these rankings every minute if I wanted to. But just so happens this is where it is at the moment. Doesn't really mean anything. The main takeaway is I like this album a lot. That's the main takeaway. It does amuse me that the first time I listened to this the full way through, I was at the gym. It's not a gym album. It's far too calm. It's just so tame. Have I given you Save the Life of My Child before?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's a huge spoiler. Why didn't I use that? I thought I'd used it before. I should have done. If I haven't, I really should have done, because that's the opening track and you're expecting a Simon. Everyone knows what Simon Garfunkel sounds like. And then you just get this ripping synth come in, like almost like noise rock synth. You just go, what? What? And then it starts to get more Simon and Garfunkel-y. America is one of the highlights of this album. It's a shame for songs like America and Save the Life of My Child that Mrs. Robinson closes out the album, because I'll put my hands up, I'll literally do it and say it's one of those songs that has a very good say in being best of all time. It's like one of those songs kind of thing. I love Mrs. Robinson. I don't love Mrs. Robinson, but I don't know if I currently know a Mrs. Robinson. I did. I don't know if I still do, but was she even a Mrs.? It doesn't matter. America. I want to say it's about that whole American dream kind of thing. And it's a song that depicts just, relationships between people and people making their way to America. And I don't know if there's a bit of sarcasm, tongue-in-cheek to it. Or if, maybe it's just a song that is hopeful. A song of, we can make a life here kind of thing. But it sounds gorgeous, man. The way this song builds, it's only about 3 minutes long, as most Simon and Garfunkel stuff is, but it's a lovely song. And Paul Simon, I don't need to say it. We all know Paul Simon and Garfunkel. Was it Art Garfunkel? Yeah. We know that they can write well. I don't need to repeat it. Everyone knows they can write well. If you haven't listened to Bookends, it's my favourite of their albums. Go and do it. It's a shame April Come She Will isn't on there, because then you'd have the perfect album, because I love that song. But it's fantastic. 4 points.
Thank you. Cheers.
The America, that I've chosen it because for the last 2 or 3 weeks it has just been floating around my head. Because there's just that the way the chorus melody is very, very, very much an earworm. Your number 3, what did we get? Number 2, pardon me. Jumping the gun. I'm all over this. It's the heat, man. I'm not sleeping. I couldn't. You've given me back-to-back hip-hop. I couldn't quite figure out the voice of this one, though. Or voices. There might have been 2, if I'm remembering correctly. And when Chris gives me a rap song that I can't figure out the voices of, and there might be more than one voice, I always go to one answer, even though I have listened to 3 or 4 of their albums now. I just presume that you know them better than me, and you found something that I won't recognise. So I did say Brockhampton.
Cool.
I said, "Where the hell are you from?"
Where the hell are you from?
Is what it was called. As I said to you when I was listening to it, I never felt more insulted, or not insulted. It felt like, those scenes in films where the gang shows up, but they're not that intimidating. And they're circling you, and the main characters are like, "Guys, can you just let me go home, please?" That's what it felt like. It felt like theatre kids circling me, kind of going, "Yeah, your drip is whack, man." I'm like, okay. I said 2020. I said hip hop. 139.
Cool. Okay. You can have 2 points.
I'll take the 2 graciously. Thank you.
I like the guess of Brockhampton. I like the, I guess the sort of alternative hip hop going sort of like a weird sort of direction.
Yeah.
This is a duo you maybe you've heard of. I'm not sure. It was quite a popular album when it came out, ish. Acclaimed.
Okay.
It's by a duo called Joey Valence and Brae.
Oh, is this the album cover of them two trying to look cool? Is that the one?
Yeah, they do look cool.
Okay, sorry. Oh, the album cover where they look cool.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. It's called No Hands. Yeah. The track is called Where You From. I gave you a point for that.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Be a bit sacrilegious not to give you one. I said hardcore hip hop. I suppose hardcore hip hop is anything that just goes hard, really. If you're listening to hip hop and you're going, yeah, this hip hop goes hard. It's hardcore hip hop. Yeah. There you go. Couldn't be simpler. Nerdcore hip hop as well is one of the ones that comes
that's
up.
Fun.
And it's mainly just because they have a lot of nerdy themes. Like they'll have they'll speak about like video games and not sure if they chat about anime and stuff as well. But
this is what I'm saying. I didn't feel intimidated, but I kind of did at the same time. It's
they're weird, but like they own their weirdness, so that's why it's cool. 2024 is when it came out. It was an album from last year. Number 182. It's there, I thought, again, it's like you said with Bookend, even though there's 200 albums on there, we do like them all a lot.
Yes.
So a lot of the time it's just sort of arbitrary.
Yeah.
I think there were maybe one or two singles that got quite popular. So, I'm able to play this music to my friends and they'll go, oh yeah, I know what this is. Which is nice. I don't really know how to it's got I feel like the synth in the track is very sort of like video gamey almost.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sort of house in a way, because like the chords are like shifting. They're not like chords in a song where you might have some major, some minor ones. They're like strict, like say like you've got your hands on a keyboard and you're playing certain notes.
Yeah. And
the chords you shift to, you don't move the position of your fingers on your hand.
Okay. Oh,
so
yeah, I'm with you.
The chord's exactly the same, basically.
Proper block chords. Yeah.
But it's nice. It's hype, you might say.
That's a good word.
Yeah, it's a very hype album. They remind me of like a Gen Z Beastie Boys sort of. Like it's very sort of hype sort of music. They have the energy of the Beastie Boys as well, like in terms of like hooks and stuff.
Yeah,
where you're having just very high energy hooks, very Beastie Boys. I think Joey Valence does all the production on it as well, which is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It's not like they're sort of high energy rappers that are like jumping on this certain guy's beat. It's all them. And it's nice to, I think to get that sort of hype sound, they use a lot of sort of side chaining, is what I'd call it. In essence, what that is let's just use the example of a kick drum and like a pad sort of sound.
I'm getting a lesson here. Listen up. Yeah.
You got the kick and the pad sound, and they're both playing over each other. When the kick hits, the pad drops in volume.
Okay.
So that the kick has space to come in. And that gives it a very bouncy sort of feel.
Sure. That makes sense.
Sort of, and, if you hear that in the club, you're going crazy. A lot of the time you might hear it in the club anyway, because the person doing the audio has turned it up so much that it starts side chaining anyway, because it's all technical, but I won't go deep into it. Basically, it bounces. And it feels good. It feels hype, which you might say. I think it's good. I don't want to go too much deeper into it, because what you hear is what you get. Also with them, I feel like it's just one which you just need to listen to more. I did catch the first track of their album it was like some sort of compilation on YouTube, which was like the best first 5 seconds of albums. And the first 5 seconds of the first track on this album were used. And it's the best.
Okay, fair enough.
It's really, really good.
Fair enough.
It sets the tone, gets you into it. Very clever, very good album. Deserved of the acclamations it had last year. Give it a listen.
Okay, I will. The one thing they are missing, I wanted to say, to become a full sort of Beastie Boys comparison, is they need to say the same word at the same time at the end of each sentence like that. So when they're rapping, they do a something together, something. That for me, that's the Beastie Boys thing.
Yeah, that's a very sort of that's very. I keep using the word hype. That's the only thing I can.
To be fair, it is hype music.
Yeah,
Beastie Boys about to make the beat. Drop.
Strap.
Intergalactic.
Yeah, it's my turn to guess. I keep forgetting. Yeah, another one where didn't really know what to say. It's had a very interesting sound. Very big bandy almost in the background, but it felt sort of bedded by. I don't really know how to describe it. It just reminds me of stuff that I've heard that you like. Reminded me of some sort of subtle sort of shoo stuff.
Sure.
And an artist I use as an artist, I think you used in one of the more recent games. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
But I remember you liking their stuff. And it was one of the only artists I could come to and sort of go, I'm happy with that as an answer. I've guessed Giles Corey. I thought it might have been called The Memory. I think he said that at one point, maybe. Folk, again, I don't really know how to describe it. It's not really freak folk. I wouldn't know. It might be.
No, not freak folk.
It's like a certain sound which, once you put the genres in, I'm going to go, that makes sense. I just can't put my finger on it at the moment, and therefore will suffer from points deduction. 2012, I guess, around the time that he released the Self-Titled album, I think it was. And then 178, just a random positioning. Yeah, no gauge.
You will not suffer points deduction. You'll get 3.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Because it is Giles Corey.
What?
This is called Buried Above Ground, 2011. So you get that point. I put folk. I've just added in gothic folk because I like the sound of that because it has that sort of shimmer that I associate with gothic rock.
Completely agree with you.
Your music said slowcore, and at first I went shush, but then I thought about it and I went, you know what?
It is slowcore. Yeah.
You know what? I can slowcore.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yes, 197th off the self-titled Giles Corey. You will notice I've given you 3 from the 190s at the start.
Yes.
This may damage future guesses of yours. I don't know. I wanted to get all the very low ones out the way.
Okay.
Don't change them. Don't cheat. Well, you're allowed to. I don't really care.
I'm allowed to cheat. What the hell?
Well, you'll have to change them now. It won't bother me.
No. Do that.
I have already spoken about this album before, so I'm not going to go into as much detail. You can look it up. Look it up. We talk about what one do we talk about it in?
It might have been the last Songs You Like game. I can't remember.
Possibly. I gave you Spectral Bride, I think. I'm trying to remember what the context of it was. Whilst you're looking that up, I'll keep talking because I can see you scrolling. Look, it's a very good album. I wanted to give you a song off it where he actually sings the title of it, or where he does sing the title of it in a bit that I want, like a bit I want to give you. Because there's another couple of tracks there where he does say the title of the song or whatever, but it's not in the part of the song I'd want to give you as an extract. And so then to give you the part I'd rather give you without giving the title, it would feel too cruel. So I gave you this instead. And I forgot how nice the build at the end here is, how intense when you get kind of the trumpets going and everything. It is, I want to say it is Dan Barrett from Death Consciousness. Have a Nice Life, pardon me.
I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, because Death Consciousness also sounds like a good band name.
That's what I'm thinking. And Have a Nice Life sounds like a good album name.
I know, exactly. I do, this is again, probably, I always have one controversial thing I say every episode. This is my controversial thing. This solo album is better than Death Consciousness. It's not that controversial. It's a very good album. I'm just going to say one last thing. It's what I said the last time round. I'm putting here in the UK, if you're not familiar with this, when the weather people, the Met Office, are trying to tell us to not go outside, they give coloured warnings. I'm giving this a red warning for listening. This is potentially the bleakest... Well, no. I'm saying A Crow Looked at Me is probably the bleakest thing I've ever listened to, but for different reasons. This is tough, man. If you are hearing me talk about this in this episode, or did you find the other one that I mentioned it in?
Yeah, it was the categories one. The 2024 categories.
Oh, okay. So that was... What episode was that for?
That was the first one, I think.
Okay, so if you will go back to the first episode of Series 2, You'll hear me talking about this more and explaining more context behind it. Thank you for finding that. And if across that episode and this one, you go, I will give this a listen. I like folk music. It sounds quite moody and quite emotionally poignant and effective. It is. It definitely is. But it's really difficult. This album follows a failed suicide attempt, right? It's really difficult to listen to. And on it, you get, with quite a lot of transparency, he doesn't go into, personal details, whatever, but it's fairly obvious that this man is not happy, kind of thing. And the headspace is not a comfortable one to share. He's much better now, but yeah, just you have been warned. Do listen to it if you're up for it, because it is a very good album, but it's difficult.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we'll take your 3 points.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like you're sort of progressing through your difficult album listens. I feel.
It wasn't my plan. It's just because I have this list, and I guess one of the downsides of it, the great positive of it is I forget what to expect, and so I come to something and go, I don't even remember writing their name in here. Let's just see what happens, which is happening to me now as I work through it, and that's quite fun, But the downside of it is I'll come to something and go, I don't know what to expect here, and I could be having one of the best days of my life, and then it's this, and I go, oh, we ain't having the best day anymore.
Yeah.
No way.
Albums to ruin your day.
Genuinely. But as I say, the most important thing is he's much better now.
Yeah, that's good.
You're number 3, yes?
Yeah.
You must forgive me as I'm typing this out. So this is the only one I properly recognise, to the point that I'm incredibly confident with my answer, kind of thing. And I could copy and paste this because it's a long title, but I'm not going to. This is The Beach Boys. And this is, what I've written is The Beach Boys featuring the GOAT Brian Wilson, because he is the GOAT, in my opinion anyway. I'm going to allow you to talk about this more, because obviously, due to recent things, there's suddenly more to talk about. I said, I think in total it is, maybe I just wasn't meant for these times. I said 1965, I think that's when Pet Sounds came out, but it might be a year off. I said chamber pop, art pop. I'm hoping this is a strong high ranker for you, so I put 62nd, but we'll see.
Yeah, you get 4 points for yourself.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
It was a Beach Boys. It's just I wasn't made for these times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made. Yeah.
Maybe Brian will. Well, because I think the whole phrase isn't. It's. I guess I just wasn't made for these times.
I don't know why I've written that. Then you don't have to give me a point for that. If you
no.
don't
No, no, it's definitely worthy of a point. Rate your music said baroque pop. I put chamber pop as well.
I guess he uses a harpsichord, doesn't he? So.
66, just a year out, so you're pretty close.
Cool.
And then 45, yeah.
Yes,
it's
come
high,
on!
as you were expecting. Yeah, this was one which, again, I'd liked quite a bit, but I just never really connected with the song. It's never really an album which I'd sort of go out of my way to tell people I like, if they ask about it. I'd probably say I like it if someone said, oh, do you like this album?
Yeah.
It is, if you're into this sort of stuff, it's consistent. I feel like I'm speaking about Pet Sounds if people don't really know it. It's from Pet Sounds, which is, do you know what I think it's? I don't know if I've listened to any other albums by them. Quite poor.
Now's the time.
Of me.
Now's the time.
Yeah, I know you've made it your way through basically all of them, I think. So,
I haven't. There are a lot.
Okay.
I've made my way through ones I wanted to make my way through.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I don't have much to say. It was mainly just to say, within the time between the last game and now, Brian Wilson's passed away.
He has.
Which is very sad. You did your tribute to Brian Wilson on our social media page. A very lovely tribute.
Thank you.
And yeah, I feel like... well, I suppose I think depression was something that loomed over him for a lot of his life.
Yes.
He didn't lose his life to it, but...
No.
This was one of the ones which I felt was sort of the boldest because it was on like their biggest, and I feel like it was building up at the time, was building up to be their biggest as well.
Yes.
And to have a song on there as sort of open about his struggles as this song, I feel was very bold. You know, the chorus, if you were to ascribe it, is more of like a refrain of sometimes I feel very sad. It's so just sort of, it's so there, you know. It's
so blunt, isn't it?
It's not like a song you can get to on the album and go, you know, oh, I really like it, but I don't know what he's talking about.
What's he trying to say here?
Oh, okay. It's not that. You know what he's talking about for the whole thing. It's so in your face, and I think it works very well. It's very pretty. And yeah, just that refrain, it's amazing.
Because it's that Wilson writing where suddenly his ensemble just explodes.
Yeah,
and it's so gorgeous.
it's lovely.
But meanwhile, is it Carl Wilson singing at this point? I'm not sure.
Okay,
it might be Brian himself. I don't know.
he's doing the sort of call and response sort of bits.
Yeah, sometimes I feel.
Can't find nothing I can put my heart and soul
It's just
into.
look. It's music that just makes you want to go, oh man, you know. You don't. There's nothing to say other than, wow.
Yeah, be in awe of. Yeah, he was brilliant. I'm not going to speak too much more on it. I think your tribute was eloquent.
Thank you.
More than I could do it justice.
No, don't say that. We all, you know.
I will give you, I think I give you 4 points, yeah, as I say.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very good album.
There's no one out there that doesn't like the Beach Boys kind of thing. But I think what is nice, I'm glad you chose that song really, is since his passing, I think there's been more of a public attention on the fact that he wasn't just the surfing man.
I agree, yeah.
He was genuinely a genius, and that word is overused, but here I mean it. Pet Sounds, man. It's the best entry point to understand how good Brian Wilson was. So listen to it if you haven't. God Only Knows is up there. That's a Mrs. Robinson song, right? That's arguably best ever written. So, yeah.
Yeah. Number 4. This was the one which I remember listening to going, I know the voice.
Yeah, there was confidence here. I'm excited by this.
I know the voice. I recognise it. I couldn't quite get it for a bit, and then it clicked, and I was happy. Ocean Colour Scene.
Keep going.
Is who I have guessed. I said it was called Reasonable Pay. I couldn't really hear what he was saying at the end there. It might have been what he was saying. Indie rock. I feel like that's a valid genre term for Ocean Colour Scene generally. 2002, I think that's sort of like late 90s, early 2000s, I think. Number 143. Again, no gauge on it. I don't remember there being, maybe there was an Ocean Colour Scene on your rankings. I can't remember. But yeah, that's my answer.
It's 2 points.
Thank you.
But 1 point coming from the most impressive part of all, that it is Ocean Colour Scene.
Yeah.
It's an amazing brain reach. Like,
somehow.
back in the depths of,
Yeah.
you remember someone singing, Rolling Number, which is,
I do really like
Day
that
We
song,
Caught
to
the
be fair.
Train is so good. It's so good. It's off this album, which is their biggest album, arguably, called Mosley Shoals, which has also got the Riverboat song.
Yes.
I see double. Dun, 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 dun. Very iconic voice. So it's good that you noticed
That's
it.
true, yeah.
It's called Lining Your Pockets, 1996. I saw on Rate Your Music they used Mod Revival, and as soon as I saw it, I went, that is so good.
Interesting.
Whoever's
yeah.
put that on there, that's such a good term. But indie rock, absolutely.
Thank you.
1996. This is my joker. I've gone through the stuff I've worked through on the list that hasn't made the top 200, and I thought, what would be a good opportunity? Is there one song off one of these albums that I really enjoyed. I could use here, and this is it. That's basically it. It is a very good album. I didn't think it was like, you know, aside from the singles and another one or two, I didn't think it was, you know, it didn't stun me, obviously, but it was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. The Day We Caught the Train is still fantastic. It's
amazing,
such a fantastic song. It's one of those that I think probably as a band, you write and then you look back on after a while and you go, yeah, how did we do that? Like, it is very good. I don't know how we did that. But yeah, look, I recommend it. It's a very fun album. This is still the year of happy music for me. Aside from everything I've just said about Giles Corey and whatnot, I do still find that I'm enjoying happy music, and I see this as a happier album. Not necessarily the lyrics on it. I presume "Line in Your Pockets" doesn't necessarily sound like the happiest song in the world. It doesn't sound like the bleakest one either. Middle ground. But it's a fun listen. I will now be listening to "The Day We Caught the Train" at some point today because it's so good. 2 points.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't realise their dates were a bit earlier. I probably should have figured that, but yeah, now I know.
Now you know. I've kind of pushed the boat out with this one because I didn't immediately recognise who this is, and I could be very wrong. But I thought I kind of recognised it, the voice at least. And if I did, I recognised a musician I don't like, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. As in the music, I don't know the person, but I've listened to one album of theirs and I didn't enjoy it. I've spoken to you before, and you were quite surprised when I said that. I said Father John Misty.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if that's right. Because I was trying to put like together the kind of expanded folk sound of it as well, even though there was some kind of almost shoegaze guitar at the start. But I thought, well, maybe it's one of his newer albums, which always seem to do so well, but I just don't get it. I don't get it. I said it's called Long Time, 2023. I said Chamber Folk ultimately. I said 188th.
Cool. I'm just adding an extra genre term because I wanted to mention it.
Okay. You can be cruel.
I think I'll have to give you a donut there.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm glad it's not him. Don't have to talk about him. Okay, I'm glad. Just very quickly, this is more controversial than my Giles Corey point, right? Also, I don't even remember the Pure Comedy. Is that it? It's overrated. Move on. Okay, you can talk now.
Okay. Establishing your bad opinion, I'm joking.
It's not a bad opinion. Properly listen to it. Don't just go, oh my God, he's got all these instruments. Listen to it. Right.
Okay. This is not Father John Misty, as the donut would suggest.
What a relief.
It is by a band I would imagine you haven't heard of. They weren't...
Oh, okay, that's fair.
They were probably big in their time. I've had a song or two.
I won't shed a tear then.
Yeah. They were a band called Embrace.
Actually,
a song of theirs called
I
Gravity.
recognise the name.
So I think it might be their biggest song, maybe called Gravity.
He said that. Why not write that?
I mean, he said a lot of words, and there are a lot of words to pick from, so don't beat yourself up about it. Pop
All
rock.
my little words, you know.
Pop rock. Post-Britpop I put as well. That's what I wanted to add.
That's fun, yeah.
Because I see it get thrown around a bit, and I see it get thrown around on albums like The Bends, and I think, is The Bends post-Britpop? Sort of trying to assess what the post-Britpop sound is.
Is there Britishness in that album?
It feels like it wants to be British, but it's sort of moving out of the sort of Oasis and Blur sort of mould that had and Pulp as well.
I would have said that's more like Black Country New Road kind of stuff, because that still feels very British, because he references British things. He talks about B-Dales and stuff, you know, so I don't know.
That's a very good point. Maybe I just don't understand the term.
No. I'm not saying you don't understand it. I'm saying maybe people don't understand it.
I mean, that's the thing is, you know, maybe The Bends is considered post-Britpop, but I don't understand what they mean when they say post-Britpop, but I don't know. 2004 is when it came out. This is my joker.
Cool.
It's off of an album I haven't listened to, and I probably won't listen to. I first heard this time at a family gathering. My uncle, who you met,
I did, yes.
He's very into 90s music.
Sure,
Because
cool.
that was when he was sort of... those were his formative years when he was
A young
growing up.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I think that's why he's big on that sort of stuff. It's not 90s song per se, but it's sort of bleeding off of the bands that ended the 90s,
Sure,
I suppose.
sure. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if... Or I was one of the artists I was expecting you to use, but sort of also not, because it doesn't sound like the main singer, was Coldplay.
You know what? Yeah.
It's got a very Coldplay vibe to it. And I remember when listening to it, I thought, this sounds a lot like Coldplay, but it doesn't sound like Chris Martin. And I discovered this song was written by Coldplay.
That's insane. That's insane.
It was written probably... I mean, it sounds very sort of... Rush of Blood to the Head sort of era.
That's fair. I see that now you say it. Yeah.
So I guess maybe they were thinking of putting it on their next album. I can't remember what it was called. Is it called like X and Y or something?
Was X and Y the next one?
I think it
possibly?
was the one that has Fix You on it.
Yeah. The beginning of the end. Yes.
So maybe they were thinking of putting it on there, and then didn't use it in the end. And then they gave it to this band Embrace to write. And I think they did a very good version of it. It's very nice. It is very Coldplay-y, so you sort of listen to it going, they're sort of ripping it off. But I think maybe they were sort of one of the bands to sort of come out of the Coldplay scene.
Sure.
Maybe. Because I'm sure they did. I couldn't tell you another band that did, but I'm sure there was a Coldplay scene.
There absolutely was.
Yeah.
I would struggle to name it in the same way that there was my nemesis in the Arctic Monkeys scene.
That's true.
I think that's probably the most obvious one I can think of.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But there definitely was a Coldplay scene as well. Yeah.
I do really like this song, but I like it from like it sounds like a good song, as in terms of like the sort of first two Coldplay albums that I do like. It sounds like that. So I like it. In terms of the lyrics, they're very... I mean, I can see why Coldplay let someone else record it. Because, I mean, to be fair, I don't think Chris Martin was ever an amazing lyricist.
No, I think that's fair.
He was never writing the most thought-provoking stuff. I think some of his stuff can fall on the side of sort of almost like the lyrics write itself, which I don't...
Yeah.
I think
that's a good way of putting it.
I think I had this conversation with you maybe before. I don't think that it necessarily should, because it feels like it's almost sort of lazy. And from a point of when you're listening to it, you can almost guess the lyrics before they've been said.
Yes.
And I mean...
You know what rhyme's about to come, you know?
From from like an artistic point of view, I don't think that's a good thing. It doesn't mean the song's worse, technically. But I think from a point of view of I'm wanting to listen to this song and I'm wanting to appreciate the artistry of it. And if I'm guessing the lyrics before they've been written, I don't necessarily think that, you know, I should feel like I can appreciate that artistry. You know, it's natural for me to go, that's just sort of boring, really. And to me, that's what this song is. The lyrically, it's sort of nothing, really, to be harsh about it.
This is. I'm normally the one that talks like this.
Yeah.
This is quite refreshing.
Well, here's the thing. You speak very sort of, you know, front-ended about how you sort of say. I'm doing my best to sort of try and come across nonchalant and not.
The way I see it is, if I have an opinion that I believe in, who's going to hurt me? Because anyone that says you're wrong, you're just like, okay, that's your opinion. Screw you. You know.
I get that. I mean, I'm not worried about hurting people. It's more from a point of.
I'm worried about hurting them too much. You know.
But I don't know. I understand that my opinion is my opinion, and I hope that other people do. But at the same time, I want to remind them that I do, because that's what they should think. Coldplay did do a recorded version of this song after Embrace had done theirs. Bit weird, because you've told the band that they can write, that they can record it.
Yeah. Chris Martin.
But to be fair, their version was quite different. It's a lot more sparse, a lot sort of, and I think it was on some sort of EP they released before X and Y, I think.
Okay. That's soon. That is a bit strange. Okay.
Well, it came out in 2006, I think, the EP.
Okay.
I can't remember. Maybe it was like an EP of like, I don't know, you know how bands will release like singles or EPs using a song they've already had on an album.
Yeah, a bit cringe.
Yeah, a bit weird. I don't really know what. To be fair, I know why they do that. It's so that they can keep the song in the public eye. And
Yes.
the labels can make more money out of it. But yeah, it was a B-side for something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about it a bit more. It is a nice song. It's a pretty song, bittersweet, which is what I'd associate with Rush of Blood to the Head. But yeah, there you go.
Thank you. I say thank you. I've got zero. I've got nothing to thank you for. Oh, I mean, which makes it sound like I'm being rude. But I literally, like, if you give me nothing, I can't thank you. Please don't roll your eyes when we say Coldplay good. The first 2 albums are good. Do listen to them.
I'm trying to convince my dad. Yeah, my dad is. Whenever I mention Coldplay, I think he throws up in his mouth. But
the first 2 albums are good.
I'm
man.
trying to bring him round.
Just ignore the bottling that comes after that. First 2 albums are good.
Your number... Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is number 5. Almost halfway through. This had the Grizzly Bear vibe.
Yes.
It had that vibe.
That's fair.
Now, a little bit like with Simon and Garfunkel. Is it Grizzly Bear or is it not Grizzly Bear? Is it a side project, maybe Department of Eagles? I don't know if... I know you like Daniel Rossen a lot. I don't know if he had a solo project at all.
He has got a solo. My guy has not been watching Music of the Week. Do you hear this? We just spoke about Daniel Ross's solo album. Did you hear this?
I do recall that, yes. I did forget that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know their vocals well. One of the vocals that sort of sounds more... It's like a more sort of like tenor sort of vocals,
Yes.
sort of like high. I associate that more with Ed Drost, who I think is the tall, black-haired guy.
Yes, he is a slightly taller one, yeah.
And so I don't know if he's in Department of... Again, I don't know much about Department of Eagles. I know that Daniel Rossen is definitely, because you love him.
I love Daniel Rossen.
I'm not sure if Ed Drost is in it as well. I know that it's some sort of makeup of Grizzly Bear. I covered my bases and guessed Grizzly Bear.
Sure.
My Rose Will Never Come. I thought that might have been something they said. Chamber Folk. 2008, I put roughly around their years. Just sort of went in the middle. And then number 76. I'd heard Vecatimest, didn't think it was off of Vecatimest. So I thought it might be off of something else.
It's 3 points.
Thank you.
And you're very close to the first ranking point as well, but not quite. I think you're 5 off our 7-year range.
Okay.
If it was a 10-year range, well, you still wouldn't be in it, but that's fine. It is Grizzly Bear. It's called Reprise. 2006, Chamber Pop, Chamber Folk. 88th, Yellow House.
Okay.
I wanted to choose this for 2 reasons. A, because Yellow House has finally entered the top 100.
Cool.
And secondly, I've realised, well, it goes to show how much I love the band, that I haven't really, unless it's been like, I only get this like Peter Gabriel, recently Beach Boys. Very, very few bands and artists I have this with where multiple albums of theirs, I rotate what my favourite song on it is. Because there are certain albums that if you ask me now, I just go, oh, I know what my favourite track of that is, I know. With Vecatimest and now Yellow House especially, I don't know. Because I think everything is gorgeous. They just have a knack. When these lads come together, they just had an ability to make stuff that I find to be constantly beautiful. It was Rimsky-Korsakov who used to say, well, who did say that you can teach everything in music, but when it comes to orchestration, you just have to know it. Like what instrument has what part, how do you balance the volumes of them, that kind of thing. Do you double the oboe? Do you just have one? You know, that kind of thing. He didn't think you could teach that. I hear that in this. Because I think you can probably practice your songwriting and your poetry and all of this, and you can become a better guitarist or pianist or vocalist or whatever. I don't think you can teach how you handle an ensemble or whatever. You just have your own style. These guys just get it. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they did it, especially in Vecatimest and Yellow House, those 2 albums especially, but across everything. The way they arrange stuff. I'm not sure I've heard more beautiful, like, mainstream music kind of thing. I'm not including classical or ambient when I say that. But if you take those 2 genres away, and maybe even like the vaporwave, the instrumental stuff, take that away, it is the most beautiful stuff I've ever heard. And Yellow House, it's finally in the last month or two clicked with me, just like, no, this is as good. Like, every track is fantastic. It is as good. One thing I want to say that, because I talk about Grizzly Bear so much and Daniel Rossen so much, I don't want to start labouring stuff. But one thing I can say that I haven't said before is they're touring again.
Oh.
Out of nowhere. They're doing an America tour. And I think the statement they released with it was, we never said we broke up. Now, does this mean they'll come to England? I don't know. Does it mean there's a new album? I don't know.
Exciting.
But I got the tingles, man.
Yeah.
You know, I need it. I need it. Daniel Rossen, I need more Daniel Rossen all the time. Ed Drost back as well. I miss that guy, man, because he stepped away. He became a psychiatrist,
Really?
which I think is insane.
It's crazy. Wow.
That shows he's very clever as well, which makes sense. You hear the stuff he writes, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, all the boys back. All the boys are back. It's been a good year for music for Fred, man. I got New Telepath. I got Grizzly Bear touring again. Is there a third thing?
Idio Twins album.
Idio Twins album. What's wrong with me? That's 3 big things. There's more. I haven't listened to the new Swans yet. That's happened. There is new other stuff as well. I can't remember, but that I haven't come to, and I will do. It's been a good year, man. This is the happy year for Fred. I've never really had a happy year of music. Grizzly Bear, we love you. Come to London.
Come to England.
3 points for you, Chris.
Thank you. Exciting times.
Every single Grizzly Bear album, every single thing that Daniel Rossen or Ed Drost have appeared on is worth it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris's number 5. I recognised these melancholic sounds as My Bloody Valentine.
Okay.
Which track did I say it was? Because I've spoken to you about this before. My issue with the genre of shoegaze is that I find that it can all start to sound the same. Mm-hmm. I think this is off Loveless, which is a fantastic album, but it never quite hits the absolute highs for me, because the further into the album I go, the more it just all sounds like guitars, you know, which is the point. So either you really enjoy that, or you're like me and you enjoy it, but you kind of go, I need to be refreshed in some way. I said it was My Bloody Valentine. I think there's a track called To Hear Knows When. I said 1996. I said shoegaze. I said 50th because I said to you, either you've included this because it's dropped off your top 200, or maybe it's moved up quite high, in my opinion. So I said 50th.
Yeah. 4 points.
Thank you very much.
And one of those points is a ranking point. The first ranking point. Very good. It is My Bloody Valentine. It is Blown a Wish, which is one of the last ones on it. But yeah, I put Dream Pop / Shoegaze. 1981 just in there with the years.
Scraped that.
Just
Wow.
And yeah, number 52 for me. It's gone up a decent bit. Similar thing to Pimp a Butterfly in that the listening to of the top 100 albums of mine has helped me appreciate all the different songs individually, because I think I already liked it as an album, and I'd listened to it a few times, but individual songs I hadn't appreciated as much, and again this gave me the ability to do that. I completely agree with you when I think it sounds a bit samey a lot of the time. I think it's a unique sound, especially for the time, insofar that you know, the uniqueness, if you like that and you ascribe to it, then you're going to enjoy it all the way through.
Absolutely.
If you're listening to something like this going, see, this is really cool, but it'd be really interesting if they tried something different here.
Yes.
You're not really going to get that.
I think that's the conflict point.
That's the thing. I think the more I listen to different kinds of shoegaze, the more I realise that, you know, I feel like you listen to My Bloody Valentine and go, this is the shoegaze.
I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. Yeah.
But the more I listen to shoegaze, I sort of go, it's just their brand of shoegaze. Shoegaze is, you know, it can have different feelings. You know, there's different sort of vibes from different bands that I know. Yola Tango do quite a bit of different shoegaze. Ride, they've got their own brand of shoegaze. Slow Dive.
Yeah.
are a big one too.
Always respect Sodai for naming an album after the Greek word for grilled meat. That always makes me very happy.
Yeah. But My Bloody Valentine have their own feeling of shoegaze. I think it's easy to fall into that trap of, My Bloody Valentine is the shoegaze sound. It's not. It's their.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's their shoegaze.
That's more fair. Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those sounds which you go, I don't know why I love it, but I do. I think a part of it is the baggy sort of feeling of it.
Yeah, which you've spoken about before. You enjoy that.
I love the baggy sound. Popularised by the Happy Mondays, I probably would have guessed. Lots of other shoegaze don't do that. I suppose like English ones, to an extent, do, like Ride. I feel like they had their baggy sort of sound to them. Maybe Slow Dive to certain extents, but I feel like not so much. For with My Bloody Valentine, it's there, and it's like, yeah, this is sick. Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's guitars, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you're listening to it and going, it does just sound like a synth. Like, I know he's used a guitar to make it, but Kevin Shield's use of the slide guitar in this, I think that specifically cannot go understated for how he captures the atmosphere that he does on it. It's very clever. Yeah, great album. I enjoy it a lot. Well, and that's why it's as high as it is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think the wonderful thing about shoegaze and similar genres is it demonstrates the joy of just trying something for me. Like, I think that's when the best music is made. When someone just asks, what if I do this? What happens? What if I put 20 different effects on my guitar at the same time and then use a slide on it? You get a cool song. And exactly, I think more music should be made like that.
I completely agree. It's a lot of it's about the experiment of it.
Exactly.
And if it's a good experiment, then, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's us come to the halfway point.
We're at the halfway point, half time.
So, yeah, we will see you next time. Hopefully you rejoin us. Please do. If you don't,
we're not done.
Then, I can't do anything to you, but I'll be very upset. Do you want to make me upset?
Look at that face. Well,
find an Idio's Win video and look at my face.
Find a frame where he looks particularly down, and just imagine him like that right now.
That is what I look like. If you don't click on the second part, which we're yet to record, but we will do
in about half an hour,
in a second. Yeah. So yeah, see you then.
Bye.